Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to be able to wire up the high voltage and the low voltage of the air conditioning system. Right here in front of me in this whiteboard, what I have is different nodes and different controls. And I'm going to go ahead and show you where to get started, where to send the wires, where the voltage is going to go to from point A to point B. So let's go ahead and get started right now. All right, so as we're connecting the high voltage and low voltage for my air conditioning system, I need to understand that I'm using controls, or in this case, small electrical components, to be able to control the higher voltage, to be able to turn on and off my loads. In this case, my loads would be like, for example, my heat strip. Your heat strip is located inside of your air conditioning system. What is also located inside of your air conditioning system is also your indoor fan motor. That's another type of load. And then you have your outdoor system, which is your outdoor fan motor, and then your compressor. First of all, what I want to go ahead and do is wire up the low voltage for my air conditioning system. Now, how do I get my low voltage? Well, in order for me to do that, I need to be able to use a certain type of electrical component to be able to do that. The electrical component that's going to go ahead and give my low voltage is known as a step-down transformer. That step-down transformer is going to go ahead and receive high voltage, and then it's going to go ahead and step it down and give me the low voltage that I need. So let's go ahead and get started. What I'm going to go ahead and do is first I'm going to focus over here on my main voltage. The main voltage is what's coming in from the main home panel or home run or the main disconnect box or wherever my breaker box or breaker panel is at. That is where I'm receiving my main voltage from, and it's coming into the disconnect for the air conditioning system. So let's go ahead and now supply high voltage to the transformer. And let's go ahead and bring in line 1 and line 2 to the transformer. Now that I have line 1 and line 2 connected, now I'm supplying high voltage into my transformer. The transformer is going to go ahead and do its job. It's going to now supply low voltage. That's voltage that I'm going to go ahead and use to control the loads. That's why that low voltage is known as control voltage. So the first thing that I'm going to go ahead and do is use some type of other control to be able to control the low voltage. What is that component called? That component is called the thermostat. So the thermostat is located right here. I'm going to go ahead and send voltage directly into that thermostat. That right there is an input. So that means that I input 24 volts into my thermostat. Now the thermostat is waiting for some type of signal, and the signal is going to be either for heating or for cooling. So we have an indoor fan relay, and then we have the indoor fan motor. So green, in this case G, or the color green, is related to your indoor fan system. So the indoor fan motor is going to go ahead and receive that color. So that means that my relay is going to go ahead and receive that voltage. So let's go ahead and connect that. All right, the next thing that I'm going to go ahead and do is send another output. The other output that I'm going to go ahead and send is white or yellow. For the most part, yellow is related to cooling, or they go ahead and they relate yellow to cooling in the air conditioning system. All right, so in this case, we're going to go ahead and connect the yellow. Let's go ahead and connect the yellow right now. The yellow is going to go ahead and go directly to my contactor. Okay, the last thing to be connected is going to be the W. The W right here is white, and white, they always relate it to heating. So let's go ahead and connect the white. Now the white is going to go to one of my heat sequencers. So now, after I have connected the white to the heat sequencer, the green to the fan relay, and the yellow to the contactor, I need to go ahead and finish the circuit. If you could see, I'm still missing the other side of that connection. If I do not connect that, it's not going to work the way it needs to. Where do I get that wire from? Well, then I have to go ahead and go back to my transformer. My transformer is providing the C wire. In this case, from the C wire is providing the common for the complete connection of that circuit. So let's go ahead and connect that. And now I have successfully just connected the low voltage on my air conditioning system, both in the indoor and in the outdoor of my systems. Now I could go ahead and move on to the high voltage, so I could go ahead and start using the control voltage to be able to control my loads on my high voltage application. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and start off on my outdoor system right here. So my outdoor system, there's two loads. Your outdoor system, you have an outdoor fan motor or your condenser fan motor, the one that's rejecting the heat, and you also have your compressor. Your compressor is the one that's moving the refrigerant through the whole mechanical line set or copper line set of your air conditioning system. So let's go ahead and start off with my outdoor fan motor. Now, normally your outdoor fan motors, they come with 3 wires. OEMs, the ones I've seen them the most, come with a black, orange, and brown wire. Sometimes you'll have a yellow, purple, and you'll have a brown wire as well. All right, so our understanding is we have to understand how to be able to wire things up. We need to understand that it don't matter if all the wires are black, just like I'm doing right now. As long as I know where these wires go, my air conditioning system is going to work the way it needs to function. Now I go back to my indoor fan motor. Let's go ahead and get started with my black wire. Well, let's go ahead and do this. Before I get started, let's go ahead and provide voltage to my outdoor system. Right here, I have my main voltage, or in this case, my disconnect for my air conditioning system, for my condenser system. So let's go ahead and supply that voltage to my contactor. Right, so that main voltage is already supplied to the contactor. Now I gotta send that high voltage to my loads. So that means that whenever my low voltage is being sent to my contactor, it engages the contacts and it sends that high voltage to my loads so they can go ahead and function. So first of all, once again, let's go ahead and get started with my outdoor fan motor. With my outdoor fan motor, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is get my black wire. That black wire is gonna go to the L1 of my contactor. So let's go ahead and connect that one. So we'll send it that way. Okay, now the next thing we're going to go ahead and connect is the orange wire. The orange wire is not going to go to my contactor, but it's going to go to my capacitor. The capacitor is an electrical component that's going to go ahead and help start for my outdoor fan motor and my compressor. So now we go into my orange wire. That orange wire is going to go ahead and go into the common side or the common connection of my capacitor. Let's go ahead and connect that one now. All right, now the last one that I'm missing, or the last one that I need connected, is the brown wire. The brown wire is also going to go to the capacitor. That one is going to go to the F or the fan side of the capacitor. Let's go ahead and also connect that one. So now I have finished connecting the fan motor or the condenser fan motor. Now I'm going to go ahead and focus on just the compressor alone. The compressor has a common start and run. So we'll go ahead and focus on the common wire. The common wire is going to go ahead and connect to my L1. Right, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and connect the common to the L1 of my contactor. All right, now the next thing to connect is going to be the run. The run for the compressor goes to L2. Let's go ahead and connect that one as well. All right, so now the only one that's missing to be connected is the start winding for the compressor. That one is going to go to the hermetic, or H, or in this case, they'll say Herm on your capacitor. Now we have successfully connected my compressor, but we're still missing a wire. I don't know if you all got it or you all picked it up. All right, so the other wire that we're missing, all right, the wire that we're actually needing to connect is actually another common wire, or line 2 to my common for my fan. Why do I say this? Is because check it out. I have black going into the L1. My orange wire is actually line 2, but as you could tell, line 2 is just going directly to my capacitor. All right, so that means my orange is going to my capacitor, but so is which one? So is my start wire. My start wire is going to my capacitor. I still need my other side, or my line 2, to be able to control, or in this case, to be able to power my compressor and my indoor fan motor. So let's go ahead and connect that. Okay, now I have successfully connected the outdoor system for my air conditioning unit. Now if I go ahead and turn it on, if I go ahead and press cooling, if my 24 volts are being sent to the contactor, that contactor is going to engage, or the contacts are going to engage, the high voltage is going to travel straight through, and it's going to send all the voltage to where it needs to go. So all my components, in this case, all my loads function the way they need. So now let's go ahead and focus on my indoor fan motor over here. My indoor fan motor, it's actually very, very similar to the outdoor fan motor. So instead of using a contactor, we're going to go ahead and use a fan relay to be able to control the load or my indoor fan motor. Let's go ahead and provide voltage or high voltage to my indoor fan motor. Your indoor fan motor is actually supposed to look like this. It's supposed to have 3 different wires. One is your common and the other 2 or 3 could be your speeds. It all depends the type of motor that was installed or is installed inside of your air conditioning system. Every manufacturer is different. So in this case, we'll have a white, blue, and black wire. Let's go ahead and assume that my common wire is a white wire. And then let's say, for example, blue being your high speed and then black being your low speed. And then you have these 2 other wires that will go ahead and go into your capacitor. Now, right here, we have what's called a PSE motor or permanently split capacitor motor, which does require, once again, a capacitor to function. This is something like it's like older models, so it's something that you kind of won't see too much that's out there in the field. Nowadays, we have what are called electronically controlled module systems or module or ECM motors. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and keep it real simple and just go ahead and leave it as a PSE motor. Okay, so I went and I put another main voltage line over here. It's going to make it easier for me to go ahead and connect that instead of bringing it in from all the way over here, so that you can go ahead and understand that this right here is actually the same function as this over here. So if I'm going to go ahead and make it the same, then I'll just go ahead and put my breaker right here. All right, so I have my main breaker down there. So now let's go ahead and power my indoor fan motor. So my common wire, this one right here, I'm going to go ahead and send it to my fan relay. Okay, so after I set it to the fan relay, what I'm going to go ahead and do is now connect the other side of the fan relay to my main voltage. Remember, these controls are there to be able to control your high voltage. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to control the common wire or one of my wires or one of the lines to my loads, or in this case, my indoor fan motor. So I'll bring line voltage from over here to the other side of my fan relay. All right, now what I'm going to go ahead and do is send the other one just direct. I'm going to send line 2 directly to one of the speeds. All right, so the speed that I'm going to go ahead and use is a high speed. So let's go ahead and connect that one right now. All right, like I said, that one goes direct. So that one will go directly to my line 2 voltage. After that, I'm going to go ahead and connect now the brown and brown white wire. And remember that one has to go connected on one of these 4 terminals for the capacitor, and the other brown white wire has to be connected to the other side of that same capacitor. Now we have successfully connected the indoor fan motor. Our last thing for us to connect is my heat strip. With my heat strip, I'm going to go ahead and use my heat sequencer to be able to control my heater. So I have my main voltage over here. So the main voltage I'm going to go ahead and use, and I'm going to send line 1 through one of the stacks or the top stack of my sequencer, and then bring line 2 through the other side. So let me go ahead and show you how that's done. We'll start off with my main voltage, and I'll start off with L1 right here. Now I have to go ahead and go into my heat strip. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so line 1 is now passing through my heat strip. But then now I need to go ahead and connect a line 2 on this side. So let's bring it back and let's send it back through my sequencer and then go ahead and finish off on line 2. Okay, like I mentioned, coming out of my heat strip, going back to my sequencer, and now for my sequencer, I'm going to go ahead and bring it out and then connect it directly to line 2. Okay, so now if we go ahead and check it out, we have now successfully connected the indoor part of my air conditioning system. This right here is the complete, at least basic wiring diagram for your air conditioning system. If y'all have any questions, feel free to go ahead and leave them in a comment. Like that, I could go ahead and try to answer them as best as I can, depending on any type of wiring that we have here. So what I actually suggest that you guys do is to be able to go ahead and do this on your own. I suggest that you go ahead and grab like one of of those scratchy paper, one of those printing papers, one that has nothing on there, but it's your choice, right? Whatever type of paper y'all want to go ahead and get, and draw the components just like I drew them right here, and then follow the video, and then go ahead and draw yourself as well. Go ahead and follow with the video, go ahead and follow along of how I am drawing this wiring diagram. Like that, you can go ahead and have it with you, and you can go ahead and study it, especially if you're going into trade school, or if you are in trade school, this will go ahead and help you out as you're doing the electrical board and wiring the electrical part of the air conditioning system. Once again, this is the connection for your high voltage and low voltage applications for the air conditioning system. And that being said, guys, make sure you go ahead and continue studying, make sure you build up your skill set, continue growing, right, so you can go ahead and get better out there in the field. And with that, I'll go ahead and I'll see you on the next one.